Welcome to Infinite Tales. Please subscribe to my channel. Your one click keeps this universe alive. Folded hands. The Galactic Council chamber vibrated with layered translation fields as nearly 200 species argued at once. For 8 standard hours, the Assembly had debated the Corfax assault on the Velrian colonies. 8 hours of procedure, counter-procedure, legal precedent, and exquisitely polite ways of saying do nothing. 8 hours that achieved absolutely nothing. Lisa Chen sat in the human observers section, fingers tapping harder against the armrest with every passing minute. She had been warned council sessions could be slow. No one had warned her they would feel criminal. The matter must first be referred to the Subcommittee on Strategic Intervention, intoned Ambassador Thelickson, his crystalline body refracting chamber light into migraine-inducing prisms. Only then may we consider preliminary authorization. "We don't have time for another committee!" shrieked the Velrian delegate, feathers flaring in panic. "The Corfax have erased 3 of our worlds. Millions are already dead." "Protocol must be respected," replied a Dravic representative, 6 eyes blinking in synchronized disapproval. "Reckless action destabilizes the galaxy." Lisa leaned toward James Rodriguez, her military advisor, who stood rigid behind her chair in his worn Earth Defense Force uniform. "Please tell me you're seeing this," she muttered. James' jaw tightened. 8 hours, Lisa. 8 hours while people die because nobody can agree who gets to chair the meeting. The Corfax weren't just another hostile power. They were a hive species that stripped entire biospheres bare, reducing living worlds to sterile stone. 3 weeks earlier, they had turned toward Velrian space, and the slaughter had been methodical. "Perhaps," hissed an Asari diplomat, coils shifting thoughtfully, "we should commission a psychological study of the Corfax before." A study. Lisa's voice cut across the chamber before she could stop herself. 200 alien faces turned toward the human section. "You want to study them while they're literally eating children?" Representative Chen. Thelickson said with manufactured patience, "Your species is new here. Galactic warfare is not undertaken lightly. The bureaucratic process exists for, screw it." Lisa stood. Her chair scraped loudly against the chamber floor. "James," she said, already moving, "hold my beer." James blinked. "Mom, you're not holding." "It's a metaphor, Rodriguez." She was already at the central console, data pad flashing to life under her fingers. "How long to deploy Valkyrie?" James' eyes widened. "Lisa, that protocol isn't even fully sanctioned. It's still experimental. Can you deploy it?" Behind them, the chamber erupted. "Representative Chen!" Thelickson barked. "You cannot! This is highly irregular!" James' training overrode his hesitation. EDF Artemis can be over the Corfax command cluster in 90 seconds. "But Mom, this will cause a diplomatic incident?" "We're already in one," Lisa snapped. "The kind where millions die while we argue about comma placement in a resolution nobody's going to read." "You have no authority?" roared a Morsack general, chitplates clattering. "Then vote faster," Lisa said coldly. Her data pad chimed. "Artemis, this is Representative Chen. Authorization code Theta 77 Alpha execute Valkyrie protocol, target Corfax command cluster." Captain Morrison's face filled the screen, professional but tense. "Mom, that's a significant action without council approval." "Captain," Lisa replied evenly, "you have your orders." "How long?" 2 minutes to target lock. 3 minutes for full deployment." He hesitated. "Mom, this will end your diplomatic career." "Some things matter more than careers," Lisa said. "Fire when ready." The chamber dissolved into chaos, shouting, overlapping translations, security drones hovering uncertainly. James projected a hologram of the Velrian system. "Artemis is in position. Valkyrie cores charging." "What is Valkyrie?" The Velrian delegate whispered, hope and terror tangled together. "Humanity's contribution to galactic conflict resolution," Lisa said quietly. "We figured if we were newcomers, we should bring something useful." The hologram showed the Artemis, small by galactic standards, releasing a swarm of glittering silver motes. Thousands, tens of thousands, each no larger than a human fist, spreading with perfect geometric precision. Nanite swarms, James explained to the stunned chamber. Self-replicating. Target-specific and extremely aggressive. Thelixon pulsed in alarm. Self-replicating weapons are prohibited under galactic law? Yes, Lisa cut in. And we're not signatories yet. You kept us observers. The swarm reached the Corfax fleet. For a heartbeat, nothing happened. Then the readings spiked into madness. What's happening? Whispered the Velrian delegate. James scanned his display. Nanites are dismantling Corfax ships from the inside. Molecular disassembly. They're keyed to Corfax biology and technology only. Everything else is untouched. The destruction was horrifyingly efficient. Dreadnoughts that had terrorized Velrian space dissolved into drifting particulate matter. Ground forces vanished. Command vessels unraveled into silver dust scattered by stellar winds. Lapse time? Lisa asked. 2 minutes, 40 seconds, James said quietly. Our Corfax signatures in the system are gone. The war was over. Silence fell over the chamber. 200 species stared at the empty hologram. At the human woman who had accomplished in 3 minutes what they couldn't decide in 8 hours. You saved us, the Velrian delegate said. Breaking Lisa exhaled slowly. Yeah, she glanced back. James, I'm fired, right? Oh, absolutely, he said. Also possibly a war criminal by Council's standards. Definitely a hero on Earth. Thelixon flickered through unreadable colors. This action is unprecedented. Unilateral military engagement. Saved millions of lives. Lisa interrupted. While you debated procedural trivia. She looked around the chamber. So here's how this goes. You can censure Earth. You can revoke our observer status. Do whatever helps you sleep. But every species here just learned something about humans. She met their gazes one by one. We don't form committees while people die. We don't debate while civilizations burn. We act. And if that makes us uncomfortable allies, maybe the galaxy needs to get comfortable faster. James leaned in. That's a hell of a speech for someone about to be court-martialed. Worth it? Lisa muttered. The Velrian delegate stood, feathers smoothing into a gesture Lisa now recognized as deep respect. I motion that humanity be granted full council membership immediately. Seconded, called a U-star voice. Thirded, added a Morsac more followed, fast, unstoppable. Thelixon dimmed, then brightened with reluctant acceptance. So be it. Humanity will take a council seat, though we hope for less unilateral action in the future. Lisa smiled. We'll try. No promises. As the chamber shifted into the fastest membership vote in council history, James leaned down. You know Valkyrie nanites only last 12 hours, he whispered. After that, they dissolve into harmless particles. I know, Lisa whispered back. But they don't. James grinned. Let them think we're crazy enough to deploy doomsday weapons, Lisa said. Very diplomatic. James chuckled. Hold my beer. 3 minutes to end a war. 8 hours to teach the galaxy that humanity played by different rules. And one career-ending decision that somehow turned into a promotion. Not bad for a Tuesday.